Good evening, everybody. I had to take a break from the moving and the organizing and all that stuff because I'm just tired. And I wanted to mix it up a little bit. So I decided that I was going to do my first hafting video. So welcome all you guys, gals, friends, new subscribers if you're out there. I appreciate y'all. Probably do this video in 2 or 3 parts because you know when you get new handles and old heads together, they don't always go right together. So I'll probably just start off like from scratch, explain everything as I'm going, tell you what tools I'm using. I got this as a wedge banger, by the way, we're going to haft. We're going to use this wedge banging handle that Buck and Billy Ray come up with, which is a beautiful handle. And we're going to pair it with a wedge banging head, if I can find it. I may not have it in here. I may have to walk out in the other room to get it. Imagine that. I believe I got it. Maybe. Nope. I'll be right back. Well, I can't find the axe head. I can't haft it. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. There it is. This is what we're going to be using. It's got a beautiful heavy pole. It's balanced. It's got a great profile if I want to split or limb. Nice wedge banger. This is a Collins Old Timer. Connecticut. It's probably a 3 pound, something like that, 3.5. But it's going to go good on this handle. So what I've done first is I'm basically trying to marry this handle with this head. And I noticed that the handle, it's got a great width to it up here in the top of the handle. I'm going to have this proud, so I'm going to want this head to set, a 1/2 inch above. So what I want to do is how I do it, is I hold the bottom of the axe even with the bottom of the eye, and I will mark the axe head, or the handle, excuse me, to where the top of the eye lands. And as you can see, I've already did that. And that's about the top of the eye. So what I want to do is I don't want to remove material from the bottom. I want to remove the material from the back. That way this stays nice and flush. I might take that speed bump off a little bit, but other than that, then I'm going to come back to about that far. So what I'm going to do is just remove material, keep it in the same shape that it's in. And I've actually drew a profile line that I may go down to. And then again, I may not. I may leave this bump in here and just take some of the bump down and bring it down to my line. And what we're going to do is get down close to that line, and we'll keep fitting that axe. Once I get it close, I'll come in here and I'll take these sides down to where I just get the head to want to start on. Once I do that, then the axe will tell me, the axe head, excuse me, will tell me where I need to take material away. Because every time I tap it on there, it'll leave basically a line. When we get the head down on the handle as far as we want it, and everything looks good and tight, we'll take the handle, we'll cut the kerf in it, get ready to do a wedge. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pick our tool. And I've whittled on this a little bit. This used to be just a little bit higher, but I wanted to get a head start on it. So this is hickory. The grain is running just, I mean, perfect. Just about straight up and down. I don't see any runouts anywhere. Might be one way back here, but for the most part, it looks pretty good. It's nice and straight. We'll start on this right here. Probably just use a draw knife to start. Then when I get down close, I'll go to a scraper. So just come in here and just nice and easy. Look, we're in no hurry. When you start doing this, take your time. Don't try to take too much wood at once, because that can lead to pull outs, or, you know, you take too much, you can't put it back. So slow down, take your time. Take a little bit here, a little bit there. Nice and easy. Nothing too aggressive. Just bring it on down. Just bring her down, nice and steady. There we go. Come on down with it. Come back here on this. Hope y'all have had a good day today. I'm using this draw knife. It could be a little sharper. It's pretty good. I don't never like to keep it straight. I always like to run it at an angle, one way or the other. I seem to think I get a better cut that way. A nice cleaner cut. For me, it works that way. You older, more experienced guys, you may disagree or agree or do something totally different. But that works for me, so that's what I like to do. And when I remove some material, and I know it's not far enough yet, but I always like to stop and check what my progress with the actual head. So we'll stop right there. We'll get the old head over here. We'll try and see how close we're getting. Oh yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. A little bit more. A little bit more. Let's switch draw knives. Let's go to an older draw knife. It's got a thinner blade on it. Not a steep angle. See how this does. It doesn't take the bigger chunks, which is probably a good thing. So we'll just take nice light cuts. Always remember to work both sides down as even as you can, unless your axe eye is way off center. Then you got to work one side a little bit more than the other, but this one's pretty straight, so we should be in good shape. Come in right in here, take some of that out. Remember, this head's got to go way on down there, so. Keep rounding it over, keep it rounded. It'd be easy to just sit here and just draw the top of it all flat and then round it back over. You can do that. But I like to keep it the same shape it basically comes in the same shape that the eye is in. That way you can you don't have to work so hard to get that shape back. Keep drawing her down. Nice and steady. Good cuts. Okay. And we'll check it again. There we go. It's still a little wide, so I'll have to take this and thin the sides a little bit. Not much, but a little. Okay. Getting closer. So what I'm going to do now is I'll probably go to a scraper. That way I can clean it up a little bit. It doesn't take as much, but it makes it look a lot better. Cleans up all your draw knife marks. And I'm removing a pretty good chunk of wood there. So don't think you're not doing anything with the scraper. You are. You're removing quite a bit. And all I'm using is an old kitchen knife. One of these things I picked up, no telling where, Regent. Oh yeah, good steal on them little knives. I think I bought 10 or 12 of them for $1. So, but they rust, so that means they're not stainless. I tell you, the grain in this thing is perfect. Now, if I was making this handle from scratch, which would require a lot more effort, I'd be working from a knife blank. It'd be a little bit different, of course. Let's try it again. Okay. So I've still got this line that's gone, but I still got one on the face, so I can see about what I need to take down. We'll go back to the draw knife, and we'll keep taking it down. Remember, you can't put it back on there once you take it off, so take your time. There's no sense in getting in a big hurry. We're not going nowhere. And if we do, there's nothing we can do about it anyway. So I've moved my last forge locker today. And I tell you, I'm a happy man. But I had to take time out to do this. My shop is just standing full of stuff I've got to organize. But this don't require much power, just horsepower, manpower. Other than that, it's not too bad. Thin that side down a little bit. Pretty close. What we're basically wanting to do is just get the head to start on. once we get that head to where it'll actually start on the axe, it's pretty much just following the lines of the axe head as it goes on. That axe head will tell you where the wood needs to come off and where the wood needs to stay. It's kind of gives you a road map, so to speak, you know. You fellers that's hafted axes before know what I'm talking about. Alright, let's go to the scraper a few minutes. Clean all that up a little bit. I'm not going to make these videos too long, because if I do, people will get disinterested in it. And you guys that's hafted axes before know what it takes. But I figured I'd put this video out there, because this is the first project in my new knife shop. So, and it's ironically not a knife, but that's okay. That cleaned up real nice right there. Now we'll take that head and try it again. Okay, I'm not going to go no more this way yet. What I'm going to do is thin these sides down just a little bit. So I could probably take a ball peen hammer, hold that up there, and tap on that thing just a minute. And then get a look-see. There's a mark. Right there's a mark. Yep, and the sides just need taken down a little bit. So, that's what we're going to do. Probably the best way to do that is to probably try to lay this old axe on its side. And then again, I may be messing up. We'll see. We'll see. I use rubber pads to cushion these handles so they don't get marred up in the jaws of the vise. While you're in there about like that, maybe choke up on it just a little bit. About like that. Tighten it back down. Because I've got a mark now to go by, so it like I said, that axe head will tell you where it needs to have material removed off the handle. So now we'll take this draw knife and we'll just lightly, just a little bit at a time, take it off. All right, here where it's the thickest. A little bit goes a long way, so don't get impatient. Start carving out big chunks. Okay, go back to our scraper. If I can find out where I remembered to lay the daggone thing. There it is. In here. Oh yeah, she's making some filings now. You want to do that till that mark disappears. When that mark disappears, we'll flip it over. I'm not going to get in a hurry. Like I said, there's no sense in getting in a hurry on it. Could you use a spoke shave? Sure you can. I've got to get a blade for mine, so I'm not using one right now, but I will be. But I'm piling the shavings up, so. All right, let's flip it over. Okay. Come here, you rascal. Slide you in there. Slide you back. That right there. Lock her back down. This rubber really makes it easier. And about right in there. So I didn't have a mark on this side, so let me make a mark here. Find out where I'm at, right there. About right in there. So we'll come in here with a draw knife. And I've got another mark there. So I'll come in here. These old handles is pretty close considering. I mean, it don't take much to get them on the head. Just a little bit of effort. And get it close. Now let me go to the scraper. It's a beautiful piece of wood. It's kind of got, I mean, it's a lot of heartwood, you know. It's got a mix of heartwood and a little sapwood. It's a good strong handle. Bucking did a pretty good job when he went through and selected them. He's usually pretty smart when it comes to that kind of stuff. He knows. He's done enough of them. He's on his game. When it comes to axes, you can't go wrong. All right, now we got our filing mark, or our axe head mark where it left a mark on it gone. So let's try that head again and see where we need to take off some more. Cheek on this thing. Okay. Now it's telling me pretty close what I've got to do here. It's talking to me. Take a little bit more off the top, a little off the sides. So we'll keep working at it. We'll keep working at it. And I can be able to get the top and the side, this side, without moving it, so that's a good thing. You fellas that's hafted axes before and are still hafting them, forgive me, I'm a little rusty. I haven't done anything like this in 2 years, so it's taken me a little bit. That's why I'm kind of cautious when I'm cutting. I can't put it back on there, you know that, so once I get my training wheels back off, I'll get to getting again. You can actually turn this thing up on its edge and use it for a scraper also. Not bad. Well, we'll pick up that scraper again. I keep laying it down right in front of me and I can't remember where I done with it. We'll clean all that up a little bit. Pretty soon when that head starts on there, then we'll leave that head alone up top, or the handle. We'll start working more material back in here. That head will slowly start working its way on there. When that head gets on there about 3/4 of the way, I'm going to give her a good wrap or two, and we'll see how far she goes up before she stops again. Then I may just need to do a little sanding, sink it home, or take a little bit more wood off. But we want it to be nice and snug when it finally goes all the way up. So when we drive a wedge in it, she gets really, really tight. And it just takes time. The old timers know you got a little time. There we go. We'll go back to the old drawing eye. Sorry, I don't talk much. Just kind of focusing a little bit, you know. Get that scraper in my hand. Use your hands to feel everything. Don't be afraid to put your hands on it. Your fingers will tell you a lot. You can feel a lot you can't see. You remember that? It's not going to bite you, so go ahead and rub that thing down. I'm going to stand it back up straight a minute. There we go. We'll work on that top a little bit. Okay. Plus I can work on the sides. Oh, we're making shavings. Oh yeah. Old burly man's got him a cup of coffee sitting right over there. I'm fixing to get in it. Okay, so I got that thing in the heel pretty good down there, and it still looks like it's a hair high, and I can still see my mark, so we're good. A little bit goes a long way. So I'll come back here on that hump there, take that hump down, because I'm eventually going to have to take more of it anyway. So I might as well go ahead and get it. Take it out. See, remember, I'm a lot narrower here than I am here. So when I get this like I need it, that's going to have to transfer down to here. So a lot of that material will come out of there. But you really don't want to just start hogging away on it until you get that head to start on there. When you get that head started on there, with that head guiding you. That's just how I do it. A lot of old timers, real axe men, they do it a little different, I'm sure. Old John Hudson, good axe man. I'm sure John does it a little different. Kenny Ford, Bucking, and whoever else has Caster man. Man builds a beautiful handle. Does a great job. Awesome. Awesome job. I'm just taking my time hacking at it. This is a kind of a special handle, you know. There's not too many of them out right now. And it's an awesome wedge banger, so I'd rather take my time on it. Make sure I don't take too much wood. Let me tap on that right there just a minute. So I can look. Okay. See, that cheek on that axe will leave a mark on your wood for you. It'll tell you where it's hitting and where it ain't. It's still a little bit thick. I'm not going to take no more off the top. Just hit the sides. Hit them sides, get her thinned down a little bit. A lot of fitting and refitting. And let's tap on it again. Okay, so it's in the upper. You can look in this eye and see daylight. And you can see where it's hitting and where it ain't hitting. The height is good. It's just hitting in this upper section here. It's a little thick. And you can see it right there. So let's take a little of that out. Sometimes when you're doing this, you'll know that the grain will peel off real easy on one side and it won't the other. It's the way the grain is. Sometimes you'll be drawing knife and it'll come off nice and smooth and it'll chatter. The difference in the grain has a lot to do with that. The way the grain is oriented. You may be going against the grain. And you may not be on one or what. Just depending on how you're wanting to remove the wood. It's always nice to have it come off easy. Oh, we're getting close. Right there. You just got to keep playing with it. Trial and error. Give her a good tap. Look in the hole. A little bit more on the side in the middle. A little bit more on this side and near the top. You can start to see now where the metal's dragging on the wood. It'll pretty much tell you where it needs to come off. A little bit at a time. Give it a tap. All right, I'm peeling the wood up here. When it starts to go on and it's real tight, it'll start peeling the wood back. That's an indicator that's where the wood needs to come off. Okay? Tap on it just a little bit more. Always make sure your head's going. See, mine's going off a little bit. So that means I need to take a little bit of material off on this right hand side. And I do. Yeah, you see that spur sticking up? That's where that metal is peeling that wood back a little bit. So before I start taking a little off this right hand side, which I know I need to, I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit off the top. I'll use a draw knife for this one. What we'll do in this video is just get the head started on it. Then I'll do another video of getting it on down. I'll do the last video on the final seating and wedging it, putting a wedge in it. What do you think? Think that'll work? I think so. I don't want to make these videos too long. You know, I could stand here for 2 hours and do this, and y'all would be bored to death, and that's not my intention. I want it to be instructional, but I also want it to be fun, you know. I watched a video the other day, and it was 8 hours long. This guy, after this axe, done the whole thing in one, no editing. No, I'm not going to edit these videos, because I think it's important that you see the whole process, even the mistakes. And if you see something I'm doing wrong, or something that will help me, by all means, go in the comments and please let me know. Because I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. I would be more than happy to discuss Halfton axes with y'all. So please, comment. Say, Burley Man, you need to do this. Burley Man, if you try that, it'll work out better. Please comment. I would love to talk with y'all. Like I say, it's been a while since I've done this, so I'm kind of skittish, you know, right now. That's better. Kind of a little leery of going off the deep end into the deep water. So I'll get back on it. There, it's starting to go on now. Oh yeah. Now I look inside. It's going to go on straight. Let me take it out of the vise and show y'all what I'm doing. This is just the start. The head finally start wanting to go on. But you can see it's got a good gap all the way around it. There's a little bitty gap right down here, but that'll fill in when it comes on down the handle. But that's going to be a good wedge banger. It's going to have a good balance. Plus, I'll probably want to thin this handle just a little bit in here. It's a little bit, I mean, I got a big hand, but it's a little wide. But for a wedge banger, it'll be good. Let me try something here. Oh yeah, we're making shavings now. Got a little curl coming up underneath the chin there. Oh yeah, she's going to go on straight. It's going to be a good one. Very little daylight. I got a little daylight up in here, but that's where it's going to work out just fine. Yeah. All right. We're going to end it. I'm going to drink coffee. I'll post this one and make the number 2. Godspeed. Be safe. Burley Man loves you. He's out.